ZX Spectrum was more than just a computer. It was a gateway to adventure, imagination, and endless possibilities. For many UK kids in the 1980s, it was the heart of their living rooms, a portal to new worlds and digital thrills. When James Cameron's blockbuster Aliens hit cinemas in 1986, it electrified audiences with its intense action and sci-fi horror. It was only a matter of time before the game industry wanted in on the excitement, eager to bring that same pulse-pounding terror to home screens. The film's plot, Marines, a deserted colony, and deadly xenomorphs lurking in the shadows, seemed tailor-made for a video game adaptation, but the Spectrum's technical limits made adapting that cinematic terror a real challenge. Translating the film's atmosphere, suspense, and action into 8-bit graphics and beeps was no easy feat. In a bizarre twist, 1986 saw not one, but two completely different Aliens games released for the ZX Spectrum, each with its own vision of terror. These weren't just alternate versions, they were entirely separate games, each offering a distinct experience. One came from Activision in the US, bringing their own interpretation of the Aliens universe to British homes. The other was from Electric Dreams in the UK, a company known for creative and ambitious adaptations. These weren't simple ports, each was a unique take, with different gameplay, design and feel. The differences were striking, from the mechanics to the mood. For young gamers, it was confusing and sparked endless playground debates about which version was better, scarier, or more faithful to the film. Let's dive into both versions and see which one truly captured the terror of Aliens and which game left the biggest mark on Speccy history. Activision's US version broke the film into a series of minigames, each recreating a key scene. You'd pilot the dropship, guide Marines through Hadley's Hope, fend off alien waves, and even fight the Queen in a power loader. Each stage had simple controls and basic graphics, but the constant shift in gameplay meant nothing felt very deep. It was more a playable summary of the movie than a cohesive game. The variety was fun, but the experience was fragmented. You relived the film's highlights, but rarely felt the tension or fear. It was a sampler platter of not a full meal. Electric Dreams' UK version of Aliens took a bold, unconventional approach, prioritizing atmosphere and psychological tension over fast-paced action. Instead of simply recreating the film's explosive moments, the developers wanted players to feel the dread and uncertainty of being truly alone in space. You were dropped into a first-person 3D maze as a colonial marine, lost in the pitch-black corridors of Hadley's Hope. The sense of isolation was immediate, and the darkness felt almost suffocating. There was no map to guide you, just your memory and a flickering, unreliable motion tracker that could never quite be trusted. You managed a squad, switching between Marines to keep everyone alive as sudden alien attacks erupted from the shadows. Each character had their own strengths and weaknesses, adding a layer of strategy to every decision. The mission was clear but daunting. Destroy alien eggs, locate the Queen's lair, and somehow survive the relentless onslaught. Every objective felt like a desperate gamble. Every step was tense. Aliens could appear at any moment, and ammo was always in short supply. The constant threat kept your nerves on edge. The game didn't hold your hand. It forced you to navigate, strategize, and sometimes panic as you tried to make sense of the labyrinthine base. The result was a suspenseful, challenging experience that perfectly mirrored the film's core themes of fear, survival, and the unknown. It wasn't about reliving the movie's plot, it was about feeling hunted, vulnerable, and always one step away from disaster. Electric Dreams delivered true survival horror on the Speccy, setting a new standard for atmospheric gaming on home computers of the era. Side by side, the differences between these two games are immediately apparent, almost impossible to miss even at a glance. Each title takes a completely different approach, not just in visuals, but in how it draws you into its world and what it asks of the player. Activision's game jumps between styles, colorful but inconsistent, more like a collection of mini-games than a unified world. Each level feels like a new challenge, but the lack of cohesion can leave you feeling detached from the overall experience. Electric Dreams' version is visually simple but immersive, with stark corridors and menacing alien sprites. The minimalism works in its favor, creating a tense, claustrophobic atmosphere that pulls you deeper into the game's suspenseful world. The US game is linear and reaction-based, pushing you from one quick challenge to the next. It's fast-paced, designed to keep your reflexes sharp, but rarely gives you time to breathe or strategize. The UK game is open, strategic, and all about exploration and resource management. You're encouraged to plan, to think ahead, and to immerse yourself in the slow-building tension as you navigate the ship's dangers. Activision lets you play the movie, offering set pieces and action moments that echo the film's highlights. Electric Dreams, on the other hand, makes you feel the dread, building suspense through atmosphere and uncertainty. One is a highlight reel packed with memorable moments and quick thrills. The other is a slow-burn simulation of terror, where every decision could be your last. The US version is fun but shallow, perfect for a quick burst of entertainment, but lacking the depth to keep you coming back for more. The UK version is tense, atmospheric, and unforgettable, leaving a lasting impression thanks to its immersive design and relentless suspense. Their core difference: one is a summary of the movie's action, while the other is a true experience, an interactive journey into fear and survival. Two games, same year, thanks to split licensing. Activision for the US, Electric Dreams for Europe. Each team reflected their region's design philosophy, America's multi-game variety versus Britain's atmospheric challenge. Over time, fans have crowned a winner. Activision's game is a fun curiosity, but Electric Dreams' version is the true classic. Its suspense, immersion, and sense of danger have stood the test of time. If you want to feel the terror of LV-426, Electric Dreams is the one to play. It captured the soul of not just the story, but the fear.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.